Alrighty, and you may begin.
Okay, great. Well, thank you again so much, and thanks for the introduction. And nice to meet everyone in virtual land, if you will, as we get back. I appreciate this opportunity to share about Chicago MSDC, what we have going on, and how we are happy to work with DPS as an assist agency. As you mentioned, my name is Vince Williams. I'm the president and CEO of the Chicago Minority Supplier Development Council. I took over in June of last year, right in the heart of this pandemic. And as many of you know, we're an organization that certifies minority-owned businesses, those that identify as 51% owned and daily operated by a party that identifies as Black, Hispanic, Asian, which includes Asian Indian and Asian Pacific Islander, as well as Native American. We do three other pillars of our mission, and that's to not only to certify, but to develop, advocate, and connect these businesses. And so throughout the presentation, I'll be able to share some more information about all that the team here at Chicago MSDC does as an assist agency. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put those in the chat as you mentioned. Next slide, please. So a little history about us. Chicago MSDC was started right here in Chicago in 1967, right after the civil unrest of the Democratic National Convention that was going on at the time. A group of white business owners, those like the Montgomery Wards, the Marshall Fields, the Allstates, and AT&Ts of the time, got together and said, hey, we got to do a lot better than this. And so they created what was called the Chicago Business Opportunity Day. And this was a way for them to source supplies as well as services from local diverse businesses. So ironic that 53 years later, last year, we experienced that same type of civil unrest with the George Floyd killings and the Breonna Taylor verdicts that caused many organizations and businesses alike to say, hey, we have to do better. There's a perfect opportunity for us to control this narrative, to be intentional and strategic with who we do business with, because we know the supplier diversity, the business case for supplier diversity is set. It's proven. If you haven't incorporated that into the daily fabric of what you do as an organization, you are behind. And you can allow an organization like Chicago MSDC and our 23 affiliate partners to help secure the diverse buyers. So again, founded here in Chicago in 1967, we're a part of a network of the NMSDC, the National Minority Supplier Development Council, and then we have 23 affiliate councils throughout the U.S. These are strategic partners that help us to provide the diverse suppliers that you seek. We are our own private 501c3, and so we rely on the support of organizations, our strategic partners that I'll talk a little bit about, as well as our assist agencies like DPS and some of the other organizations that we work with to provide the resources, the technical assistance, and the programs for these minority businesses to be corporate ready as we help develop them to provide the integrity and the honesty to do business with many of our partners. Again, our mission is to certify, develop, connect, and advocate for these minority businesses, and we seek to be the premier organization to connect these minority businesses directly, either organically or systemically, to you, our assist agencies and those that are seeking to really incorporate supplier diversity into their daily fabric and program. Some highlights of the organization and what we do: approximately our over 1,000 certified minority businesses to date and growing generate 18 billion in contracts. That was in 2019. We're seeing that growth really continue to scale as more organizations, again, are intentionally working with minority businesses. Again, over 1,000 certified businesses and 12,000 nationally. We also have the partnerships for you as an organization and our sister agencies to work with a supply diversity impact tracking tool that allows you to measure the impact that you are having with your diversity spend, with counting that spend, measuring that spend, identifying where that spend is lacking, and allowing us to help you to develop that spend so that you can intentionally work with more diverse suppliers from that. And then we have some other programs that we provide and our assist agencies that work with, for example, Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses that does capacity building. We also do bidding assistance, technical assistance, and we realize that many minority-owned businesses still have problems with access to capital. Well, we couple that with access to customers, because though you can receive the revenue to increase your product or service, you still need to receive contracts to provide those services or additional information so that you can take that on. Next slide, please. Our member and affiliates, again, I talked about the 23 affiliate networks that we have nationwide, allow us to connect you with them. So here in Chicago, we handle the entire state of Illinois, Northwest Indiana, and then we have a small division in St. Louis, Missouri that provides technical assistance to the minority businesses that are down there. If you're an organization that works here within the city of Chicago, and again, some of our surrounding territories, utilize us and our 1,000 MBEs to help find and identify the certified minority businesses that you can work with so that you can count that spend. Our network extends across the public and private sector, and that's why we're happy to work with DPS to secure those that have been vetted and secured and identified as being minority owned. And then if it goes across borders or you have different divisions that you're working with, allow us to connect you around there. Next slide, please. Some of the benefits that work with us. We pride ourselves on having the Midwest largest procurement conference every year, and it's called the Chicago Business Opportunity Fair. We typically have that in person at one of the local venues in town. Navy Pier has been our venue of choice over the past number of years. But with the pandemic, as you know, we have not been able to get in person. Yet, we still have provided the Opportunity Fair just in a virtual setting. Admittedly, it has not been as well attended as it has in the past, but we have been able to provide some phenomenal resources and connections and webinars of our minority businesses and the capabilities that they have in order to provide you with the supplier diversity or what you're seeking. We're looking forward to April of 2022. So please save the date for then, when we will have our 55th annual Chicago Business Opportunity Fair. And the team here at the council has been toying around with a couple of different ideas. And I'm thinking we're probably going to go with Come Alive at 55 for CBOF. So we're looking forward to your engagement, some new opportunities that are on the horizon, and then more webinars and opportunities that we're sharing for the MBEs. In addition to that, we continue to offer programs and webinars along with our assist agencies like the WBDC, as well as the LGBT Chamber and the Veterans Associations, to make sure that we're inclusive of the other certifications that many of our MBEs have secured in addition to their minority certification. So use us as this organization to find and curate those that you seek intentionally to work with to make sure that you're contributing to generational wealth, sustainability for these minority businesses, which we know employ from within the communities, particularly on the south and west sides of Chicago, as we continue to scale and grow. In addition to that, the membership also provides you with the opportunity for us to assess your organization and uncover if you have where your spend is, how we can improve that spend, and if we've identified a certified minority-owned business that you may have been lacking in an industry that you did not know a minority business existed in. Allow us to be that diversity partner. No longer do we want to hear that, well, we just couldn't find them or we didn't know that they were around. Again, over 1,000 certified minority businesses that we have to date and growing. And in addition to that, as we develop more of them, we like to boast that they're vetted and inclusive of what you are seeking in a minority supplier today. You receive registration discounts to attend some of the in-person events that we're looking forward to. And then, of course, providing that assistance in RFPs and bidding in the past cases with some of the PPP loans that were out there. These, again, are some of the technical assistance resources that we provide as a network to many of the businesses here in the area. From a national perspective, if, again, your organization is looking to work or is seeking to do services outside of the city, then we can assist with that as well. Next slide. Again, those cost savings, allowing us to be your resource partner, and then providing diversity program support. What we're experiencing and learning now is that many businesses still do not have the best practices that should be in place for a supplier diversity program. So allow us to help, allow us to connect you to someone else that's in the industry that you represent that may have a supplier diversity program, and mentor you and provide you with some of the best practices. Reach out to us. We have a ton of resources nationally, locally, as well as globally that we can provide you that you can allow and incorporate into your programs so that they will be successful, and you can take that on to your senior suite or your C-suite executives to showcase the impact that this commitment to supplier diversity is making. And then, of course, you have access to our robust database of vetted and certified minority business owners that are ready to help you diversify your supply chain. Next slide. Again, some of the events that we have, the Chicago Business Opportunity Fair is one that we really boast ourselves on providing each and every year. It's a very well attended event. We're looking forward to April of 2022 where we can get back in person and really make some of those organic connections. But in addition to that, we do what's called an MBE to MBE exchange. We also have our Chicago Developers Conference. We have some certification workshops, technical assistance workshops, our TA Thursdays. There's really a bevy of resources that we provide for not just minority businesses, but businesses in general that are looking to sustain, grow, and identify ways of securing work, if you will, with the city. And this is where, as an assist agency, we love our partnership with DPS and some of the others that are working with us. Assistance with the RFPs and bid distribution. And then our workshops and participation opportunities are not only broadcast through venues like this and over some of the platforms that exist, but in the coming months, as we emerge back into the workplace, be sure to look out for Chicago MSDC to be located within the community, meaning that we will be providing these services throughout the South and West Sides locally, as well as virtually, in order to make sure that you have a voice and a seat at the table for many of these opportunities that are coming down the pipeline. And for some of those organizations that, again, are seeking to fold into their daily fabric supplier diversity, allow us to be that partner. Allow us to connect you with those that are that can provide compliance management services and support services for you to track this actual spend. As you know, here in Illinois, House Bill 453 just recently passed that says many municipalities have to report their spend on supplier diversity, or allow us to be that partner. No longer do you have to say, well, we couldn't find them and we put out a request. We have a database, again, of over 1,000 certified businesses that we can connect you to, that you have access to, so that you can make sure that that supplier spend and that diverse spend is increasing intentionally as some of these laws are changing to make sure that that's put in place. Next slide, please. Again, access to our database, the diversity education and training workshops that we do, again, allowing us to help you grow your diversity program, be that assist agency to provide technical assistance. It's what we do and it's what we do well. So instead of reinventing the wheel, we love this partnership where we're able to provide these assistance and services with a team that knows exactly what questions to ask, what answers to provide, and what ways for you to continue to scale, grow, and build. In addition to that, you receive this network of minority businesses that you can continue to network with and do business with, allowing you to operate more efficiently, as well as with the government agencies, as again, our partnership with DPS is allowing. And then, of course, you become a part of this national network, which again speaks volumes as to the sustainability of an organization, especially during some desperate economic times, as what the pandemic has caused many of the minority businesses. We know that they have been disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. Will allow us again now to be intentional and strategic in how we're helping and reaching out to them and providing, again, solutions of products and services in the diversity and supplier diversity arena. Next slide. One of the things that we really look for in partners and how we assist is we do a really robust assessment of your business to identify the gaps. And this is so that we can understand what your current spend is, where it's at, what you do not have, and what you'd like to have so that we can assist in that. The development arm of Chicago MSDC allows us to make sure that our certified minority businesses are corporate ready, are municipal ready, are government ready to do business with you. I'm happy to boast that we just launched our Cyber Ready program that's allowing many of our minority businesses now to be cyber secure and cyber ready to do business with government municipalities as well as some of the private sectors. As you know, that can be a hurdle for many businesses, but to say that you have the aptitude and the tools in place to become a vendor with them and you're cyber ready is going to be a game changer and a key differentiator for you winning some of these proposals that are put out there and opportunities. And you're allowing Chicago MSDC now to be that diversity partner and provide those resources available to you for that. Our upcoming opportunities that you have on the horizon, please share that with us so that we can continue to provide that to our network and prepare them and get them ready to do business with you. And then, of course, we have a bevy of procurement and lunch and learns and opportunities. And as again, we get back into the in-person meetings, be on the lookout for various ways and workshops on informational things that we're sharing, similar to this here, being an assist agency with DPS. Next slide. Here's what we ask of our partners of what you do. And it's simply just to continually share information about news and what's on the horizon. We have a very extensive social media network that we boast about, and where we're sharing this news with our corporate partners, our government municipalities, as an assist agency, to brag and boast about your capabilities and what you're able to do. We'd love to be able to share that. So share that news with us so that we can continue to provide those success stories. In addition to that, we're looking to increase the outreach via social media agnostically for some of these businesses to learn about the capabilities of our MBUs. So this is where we're asking for a 10 to 15 minute business video on what it is to do business with you. In addition to that, we have our YouTube channel that provides some instructional videos on how to get certified with Chicago MSDC, how to best utilize that certification, and then how to work with some of our strategic partners. And then we just ask that you report these numbers. It's the best way that we're able to measure the impact that we are having within the community and to the assist agencies that we work with. We can't do this alone. We don't want to do this alone. And so by having this data to report continually as to the increase in the impact that we're making, the jobs that we're increasing, the generational wealth that we're providing, the growth of the organizations and minority businesses that we're supporting, that's the information that we seek. And now, with tools in place for you to track and measure that, it helps you as an organization, assist agencies, to be able to share that data as well with those that are interested. Because many are seeking, again, to be intentional and strategic with who they're doing business with, because they know that supplier diversity contributes positively to their bottom line, and that's where Chicago MSDC can help with that. Next slide. Perfect. So this slide here, I just wanted to show you a little bit about our over 1,000 minority businesses represent a wide range of industries. And so again, this slide will be shared with everyone, and you can see that we're not just in the janitorial or sanitation services, but we really represent a little over 60% in professional services, and that's accommodations as well as educational services, financing, law, and the such. Next slide. And this slide here shows an actual pie chart of some of the demographics of the minority businesses that we represent. A large portion of that, of course, being African-American males, but then a nice portion being of the Hispanic male, Hispanic female, as well as our Asian American and Native American minorities that have been certified with us. Next slide. And I'd love to say, become a part of Chicago MSDC as we continue to grow and scale our ecosystem And we're proud to say that we are the first to announce that we're one of the first organizations to have a podcast called #ByDiverse that is featured on WGN radio out to 1 million listeners. This ByDiverse podcast focuses on sharing the success stories and some of the opportunities that are on the horizon from our assist agencies, from our strategic partners like Boeing, McDonald's, Walgreens, AbbVie, as well as our MBEs and what they're scaling and continuing to grow with. We also speak with some of our elected officials to provide some of the advocacy work that we're doing and then some of the development opportunities that are on the horizon. Next slide. And I wanted to provide just a brief list of some of the other organizations and partners. And this is our strategic partners and MBEs that we're currently working with. CVS, Aon, CDW, Walgreens, AbbVie. And the next slide is our over 168 new MBEs that we provided in 2020 alone. And the next slide, our last slide, one more, provides you with a list of contacts. So you have direct contacts to reach out to here at Chicago MSDC. From our certification team, to our technical assistance team, to our programs team, to those that provide access to capital and access to customers. We want you to know that Chicago MSDC is your sustainability and diverse partner. So thank you again. Nice to meet everyone virtually, and we look forward to continuing to work with you.
Hey, that was some great information from Chicago MSDC. And I always say it shouldn't be a question whether there's resources out here, because there is a wealth of resources from everyone. Our next group is a U.S. Minority Contractors. And in the effort of time, this will be here for everyone to review when you go back and get a copy of this. Rodney has sent out the links, but I want them to talk with you more. So I'm going to introduce Teresa Hollenberg Jackson and let her take you through her presentation, because I see that some of the information we might be also two of us might be given the same information. So I'm going to let her take you through her information. Ashley is also with the organization, Ashley Washington. Ashley, go ahead and share your screen.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I had a hard stop at 2:45. Do you have the PowerPoint to share for Teresa?
I do.
Thank you so much. I thought I sent the chat over. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. I'm new at this WebEx. I'm a Zoom pro though. I'm a Zoom pro.
That's not a problem. Give me just a second and let me get back to the screen, and I will
Thank
go ahead
you.
and share my, again, gotta take controls back from you. There we go. And let me maximize it, and you may begin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Teresa Hollenberg Jackson. I am the Vice President of the United States Minority Contractors Association. Larry Bullock is the President, and Ashley Washington is the Executive Assistant. Next slide. Next. The United States Minority Incorporation was established and founded in Evanston in 1991. We are a nonprofit 501c3 professional trade association, minority-owned and operated business located in Illinois, Indiana, Metro Atlanta, Georgia community, and all over within 14 other states throughout America. We encourage and support the development of manpower, employee training, apprenticeship program, as well as notifying members of existing employment opportunities for minority, female veterans, and other designated protected class individuals, consistent with federal, state, and municipal guidelines. We provide access to architectural drawings, specifications for public and private projects, while also affording educational, technical, and consultative assistance to the membership. Insurance, bonding, bidding, estimating, finance, and contract administration, are just a few of the membership services available. We identify bidding and contracting opportunities for nonprofit, non-minority, minority firms, strategic partners in the construction industry, and encourage the sharing of best practices among the entire membership. We have an in-house proprietary automated software that allows members to retrieve bid documents, plans, and specifications in our designated bid plan room electronically and on-site. Individuals are eligible to receive 2 free hours of bid estimating advice and assistance utilizing cutting-edge software and techniques. Service available to members only, driven by our global strategic partner, Procore. Discounts are available. Features exist for construction management training as well. Next. Key membership benefits to USMCA is we are identify procurement opportunities. We send out bi-weekly bids and opportunities. We send out word of mouth referrals, and we do in-house projects and ventures. On our business consulting and technical support side, we have one-on-one business coaching consultation. We do a certification. We assist in advocacy for certification. We do free website with built-in consultation. And on our networking side, we have monthly meetings that brings our members, non-minority, such as GCs, government agencies, private sector contracts, and many more. We connect with people who could potentially grow our business. Next slide. UMCA is made of several divisions. We have an architect division. We have a real estate division. We have a Veterans Affairs division, a trucking and logistics division, and an ETI Entrepreneur Training Institute. We also have a STEM foundation, which serves underrepresented minority students in high school, college, or grad school. Last year, we gave out over $20,000 in scholarships, and each year our goals grow bigger than ever before. Next slide. Our Minority Certification Mentor Program, we assist minority contractors in achieving their MBE, their DBE, and their WBE status. Our ETI Training Institute of USMCA, we assist small business and business startup, growth, and technical assistance. We advance business development training with long-term coaching and mentoring assistance. We get certified and expanded MBE certification. Placement service for unemployed minority residents, and we do career resume development. Next slide, please. Our membership, annual membership fee is $550. We have over 200 members and sponsors in our group. We have over 12 chapters in the USMCA, and they are located in various states such as Illinois, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, St. Louis, Indiana, Wisconsin, Louisiana, North Carolina, Alabama, and we are steadily growing. Our annual banquet is coming up on November 11th in Elk Grove, Illinois. It's going to be at the Elk Grove Banquet Hall. And our READ seminar will be held on September 23rd at the FH Passion office. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you so much, Teresa Hollenberg Jackson with the U.S. Minority Contractors Association. Again, it's a lot of information out here. And if you can't use this information, we hope that you share it with someone who can. So our next presenter is from the Eurostar Avion Institute, and that is Tamara L. Holmes. I recommend, though, you go back and reread in this PowerPoint all of the intros that we have about these organizations, or better yet, go up on their websites, because they do have some awesome information out there for you. And these 15 minutes is just not enough to cover everything that they do. But without further ado, I'm going to pass controls over to Ms. Tamara Holmes. And you can go ahead and share your screen.
All right.
Put it in presentation mode. You're ready to go.
Are we there?
Yes, we're there.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tamara Holmes. I am the founder and CEO of the Eurostar Avion Institute. We specialize in aviation aerospace education from kindergarten to career. But the thing that we are most notable for is our talent pipeline development. And I want to share a little bit about that with you today. So our motto is giving wings to dreams, and who we are, what we do, and why we do it is what I'm going to talk about. We have three main objectives for the Eurostar Avion Institute. Number one is to increase the public understanding of aviation and aerospace education activities and initiatives at the local, state, national, and global level, especially amongst individuals from diverse backgrounds. Maximize academic achievement for young men and women, both inside and outside of the classroom, particularly those who are not interested or have the capacity for traditional learning environments. Then number three, provide a sustainable pipeline of training and support for individuals that's interested in careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, particularly aviation. So we have four propellers. They are to expose, which is to get individuals interested in careers in aviation, in science, technology, engineering, and math by just showing them what's out there, what could be. Even the first presenter shared all of those different categories of workplace experiences. That's what we want to share with young people ages 5 to 25. Is really, really, really important that they get exposed to as much as possible so that they have even an idea of what they want to do and what they want to pursue as they move through their professional journey. Number two is educate. We provide real world rigorous curriculum in aviation, airports, hospitality, transportation, and what we want to do is teach young people that they can start learning how to be professionals now. They don't have to wait to go to college. And I think we have all realized that with this new tech generation, they can literally go online and learn how to become anything they want to be. And they can start that as early as kindergarten, which is exactly where we start. The next one is empower, which is through real world education, practical applications of things that they learn in the classroom, projects, project-based learning, presentations to corporations, executives, and being able to blend that real world experience with the application of the concepts that they're learning in the classroom. And then employment. And this is a lot of the conversation that I want to talk about with as an assist agency with the city of Chicago. Employment is a huge part of truancy and youth at risk deterrent. And when we can get young people to work sooner, the likelihood of them being involved in activities that lead towards violence and crime is significantly decreased. And I want to admonish everyone listening to this presentation today to really think about how you are impacting your community with employment opportunities for young people. So just a little bit about our organization, some highlights. We've served over 10,000 kids in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana since 2008. We launched the first aviation high school in the history of Chicago Public Schools, which is at Air Force Academy, right off 36 in Wells behind the White Sox Stadium. If you ever want to go take a tour, you can reach out to me and let me know. We have a $750,000 flight simulator lab put in that school. Eurostar was the lead consultant on that project and brought in all of the investors, the contractors, and were integral in bringing that project to fruition. We actually now have launched 3 other aviation CTE programs in the last 4 years. One is going to be manufacturing, and one other flight program and aircraft maintenance program. Nationally recognized leader in aviation talent pipeline development and diversity. I actually sit on the FAA's, I was appointed by the U.S. Secretary to sit on the Youth Access to American Jobs and Aviation Task Force. And this is not just pilots and flight attendants, but and mechanics, but this is also the business side of aviation. O'Hare offers more than 50,000 jobs through the Chicago Department of Aviation, plus an additional 150,000 jobs through other assist agencies, vendors, and contractors, especially when it comes to engineering and special projects in and around O'Hare and Midway. We are really the only kindergarten to career aviation and aerospace talent pipeline organization in the nation. We run year-round programs. Again, our curriculum is rigorous. It leads young people directly to licensure, certification, and other programming that support and that are accredited to provide licensure and certification. We actually have 4 students just in the last week become licensed pilots. All of them are under the age of 21 years old. We do airport facility tours. We do corporate facility tours. So if it's anyone that's listening that say, you know what, we do some pretty cool stuff at our company, or any of the minority businesses that are partnering with the other organizations here, thinking about how they can create opportunities for young people to come into their work site and take a tour or a job shadow, please call me. Please connect with us so that we can make sure young people are getting these opportunities for job shadows, internships, and mentoring. We do aviation outreach events and STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math outreach events that host over 1,000 students annually. We partner with the Illinois Institute of Technology, and we host the AeroSTEM Expo there every year. And if anyone is interested in having a vendor table at that event to showcase what their company does, we would love to have you. We have launched our e-learning platform for young people looking to, and young adults. We have drone licensing online that are looking to participate in the upskilling and reskilling of the labor force. And field trips, guest speakers, capstone projects, industry. If you guys have any projects that you think would be great for young people to work on, innovative projects that are directly in line with science, technology, engineering, and math, we want to hear from you. We want young people working on problems that are real world, that you need real world solutions to now. And we would love to create formal partnerships, not just with flight training and aircraft maintenance facilities, but with organizations who train in manufacturing, robotics, transportation, logistics, things of that nature. We are aviation focused, but again, STEM is what we really want to highlight. We do skill building. We have certified content, and career exploration is one of the big things that we want to push as an assist agency for partners with the city of Chicago. We also are now working with Urban Alliance and One Summer Chicago to create apprenticeship programs. So if your company is looking to do apprenticeships and host apprenticeship programs, and you haven't really figured out how to get young people interested in those entry-level jobs, please reach out to me. We have partners that are really looking for ways to create apprenticeship programs. And we also have hundreds of students that need apprenticeship placements right now. So the problem that we have, and I know a lot of you guys have heard about the poor math and science scores in the United States of America. We rank 27th in science and 25th in math amongst developed nations, and we are dramatically falling behind. We really need to get young people engaged in a skilled workforce. The lack of real-world application of basic academic principles. So we have young people in school, but the teachers have never worked. They've never worked to do anything outside of go to school to become a teacher. So how do we think that they're going to train the next generation of professionals to the level that we need them to be workforce ready? And then the answer is we can't have that expectation without implementing career and technical education. So we need more young people that have certifications, licenses, and credentials, and not just college degrees is really important. Low college acceptance and completion rates for minority and underserved students, not because they can't do it, it's because they haven't been prepared. I have had valedictorians and honor roll students drop out of college the first year because they just weren't ready to come from some of the schools on the south side of Chicago into college. it's completely different environment. And what we want to do is get people workforce ready, get young people workforce ready. And we're hoping that we can partner with other companies like assist agencies to help get these young people prepared for those soft skills that they need to be successful in college, which is the time management, note taking, preparedness, self advocacy. The lack of resources in STEM learning is huge. We need assist agencies and other businesses to come alongside us to support young people who are really eager about video games. They're eager about technology. They're eager about taking things apart and putting them back together. The traditional classroom environment does not allow for them to be able to have the type of academic or learning experience that they are craving. And we believe that after school and on Saturdays, assist agencies can really help us bring some of these resources to bear for our people. And the absence of female and minority mentors, instructors in STEM subjects. If you and people that work within your company are professionals in IT, in engineering, architecture, graphic design, our students need you to at least stop by and teach a master class for 30 minutes about what you do. They are not going to see this at the university level unless they go to a HBCU. The lack of representation of women and minorities as instructors and professors at the university is a huge reason why students don't see themselves in the workplace as a viable option. And so and that also lends itself to creating more diversity, equity, and inclusion if we can get more young people to matriculate into these pathways. Unemployment and underemployment for high or low skilled workers is still off the charts for African Americans and African American males. The numbers for unemployment for African American males is just astronomical. And the more young boys we can get into the workplace, the more we can change that narrative. So the solution: increase interest in STEM, enhance classroom learning, use industry certified curriculum to ensure skill building, provide job search, placement, and support through assist agencies, create robust and diverse talent pool for employment through those partnerships, apprenticeships, job shadows, mentoring. And we need assist agencies to come alongside us to really bridge the gap between workforce and education. So where we currently are in the Chicago metropolitan area, we actually also service Northwest Indiana. Our outlook is to be into several other states within the next 5 years. I heard one of the other agencies mention that they're in different states. So I would love to collaborate with you guys on where you are. We have connections in all of these locations right now, but we're really looking to get a program off the ground. We're partnering with public schools, private schools, charter schools, trade schools, community colleges, universities, workforce organizations, professional organizations like the ones that presented before me, youth guidance organizations, and industry. Anybody that's an assist agency to the city of Chicago is considered industry. We can kind of, the one thing I really want to highlight on this slide is the public-private partnership. I'll take that back. Our young people really need for the private sector to join with academia to help create the future workforce. The schools just can't do it, and they've proven it over and over again. The workforce has to be taught by people that are tradesmen and working professionals. And I love teachers. I appreciate what they do, but when it comes to workforce development, the United States of America has really missed the mark when it comes to highly skilled labor, technical labor, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. I also want to reach out to assist agencies to come alongside us as community resource partners. Corporate social responsibility is a real thing, and we are always looking for individuals who want to donate time, talent, and energy and resources that's in line with their business goals to help train the next generation of their workforce, especially that 17 to 25-year-old gap. So we are donor funded. We are grant funded, and we contract, so through private contracts. So we'd love to work with any organization that's looking to create job shadows, mentors, apprenticeship programs, and workforce development initiatives. These are just some of our current collaborators. Chicago Department of Aviation has been one of our biggest supporters since 2008. And the city of Chicago, Chicago Public Schools have been a huge partner of ours as well. After School Matters, and all of the community colleges, the city colleges, the Tuskegee Airmen, and several Fortune 500 companies located right here in Chicago, including our top funder, the Boeing Company, and our runner-up, United Airlines, both headquartered in here. We just submitted we also have a contract and work directly with the Chicago Housing Authority to serve their youth directly. So that's information about the Eurostar Avion Institute. I really want you guys to follow us on social media at Eurostar Avion Institute, AAI Pipeline on Facebook. On Instagram is at Eurostar Avion, and on Twitter, AAI Pipeline. You can reach me directly if you have any questions or want to partner. You can shoot an email over to our programs team if you have any ideas about how to support and work with the Eurostar Avion Institute as an assist agency in the city of Chicago to really prepare and train the next generation of workers here in the city.
Great. That is wonderful. And I will say that I hope that again, if some of the attendees that are on here cannot use this themselves, that they would definitely reach out to you and reach out to someone else and connect with them, because this is a great way to get our kids seeing themselves in these atmospheres. I do know that it used to be a program, the Gary Fight Academy. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yes, I'm very familiar. And the Tuskegee Airmen have moved to Bolt Field, which is just off of like 284th and Kedzie. And they're still giving Young Eagles free airplane rides to kids every second Saturday of the year.
That's wonderful, wonderful, great. We do have a few questions, so I want to get to the questions so that everybody can get heard here. The first question is for Mr. Williams. The person is asking, as a member of the Chicago Development Chapter, are you automatically a member of the National Development Chapter? So if you could unmic yourself and answer that question. Mr. Williams, are you still on here with us? Did you unmute yourself? Hello? Mr. Williams. I guess he is not.
I'm sorry, I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm here. I thought I was unmuted.
The question was, as a member of the Chicago Development Chapter, are you already a member of the National Chapter?
So the question is, if you are a member of Chicago MSDC, are you automatically a member of NMSDC, of our national?
Yes.
Yes. So our certification is through national. Do it locally, but you still would have to receive what's called subscription services to work with our affiliate councils. So for example, if you wanted to provide service to Michigan, we would send over your certification certificate to the Michigan Council to let them know that you're certified here locally, that you've met all the requirements and everything there, and then you would just qualify and work through them.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yep.
I'm sorry, did you have more?
No, I was just saying, does that help?
Well, I wasn't asking the question. I'm asking it for our audience. So I would assume so, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, reach out to us if there's any questions there. Yeah, we'll be glad to.
Yeah, because the person
Okay.
didn't answer that.
Sure.
If you have a question, feel free to put the question in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen in the Q&A panel. You just click on that or click on the three dots and then click on Q&A, type in your question, and then press the enter key. I do want to thank all of our panelists today. Jay Vincent Williams from Chicago MSDC. We have Teresa Hollenberg Jackson from the U.S. Minority Contractors Association. And then last but not least, Tamara L. Holmes from the Eurostar Avion Institute. I am so happy all three of you were able to come on and give information and just hope that the attendees receive this information and are able to join with you with their organizations. And we create some links here to help kids, to do supply and business, diversity all around. And if there are any questions for the panelists, this PowerPoint will be up. So each of them at the end of their PowerPoint left their contact information. I implore you to get in contact with them. They want to hear from you. They want to see how they can be of some help in what you're doing and vice versa. So, we hope that there are some connections that begin to be made here with this presentation. We thank the participants for coming along. I have one other question. Can you please repeat the YouTube link where the presentation is archived? It is www.youtube.com/Chicago DPS. And then when you get to the Chicago DPS landing page, put in the title of this workshop, which is Working with Assist Agency. And you will see this. It will be posted tomorrow, so you can check for it tomorrow. I want to thank all of my panelists. If there are no further questions, I want to thank all of my panelists and my attendees for attending today, because you didn't have to, but you wanted to get some great information, and I hope that you have received that. And I say to you all, stay safe, stay well, wash your hands, social distance, wear your mask, get vaccinated, get your kids vaccinated if possible, so that we can all be in the room with each other, having conversation, exchanging information, finding out resources. We can do that with one another very soon. Thank you so much for attending. Again, I am Jackie Umbles, and I have Rodney LeBeau that has been your chat facilitator for today's workshop. We thank you, and we hope to see you at another workshop. Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
And you
Great.
take
Thanks so
care.
much, Jackie. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tamara, can you stay on, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me just a minute.